Hi, and welcome to the Sage Intacct demonstration for General Ledger Accounting, a best practices overview for financial services firms. My name is Kelly Gagne, and I will be leading the demo today. As a best-in-class financial management solution, Sage Intacct allows you to have the flexibility to choose the best solution for your company. Sage Intacct focuses on delivering the best financial management solution for the financial professionals. We then partner with other best-in-class solutions like Salesforce and the others that you see listed here. These are just a few examples of our marketplace partners that we have pre-built API integrations with. If the need arises, we also have an open API for custom integrations. Sage Intacct will help you implement these best practices to streamline your business's general ledger accounting processes.
The first best practice we will demonstrate today is embracing automation. Sage Intacct offers multiple ways to automate your business processes. Today, we will start with the most important for financial services companies, the real-time consolidation for your multiple entity structure. Here we can see all of our entities as well as a top-level view. This top-level view is what will give you the automation to view across all of your entities in a consolidated manner. We are currently in the top-level view, assessing the CFO dashboard. This means that we are looking in real time across all of our entities' activities that will affect any report or component on this dashboard. Let's take a further look at this dashboard. We can see we have a profit and loss summary report. This report is showing the real-time consolidation across all of our entities. If we need to look into just a few of the entities, Sage Intacct also has the ability to group our entities. Dynamically group any of your entities with an unlimited amount of combinations. The filter at the top for Consolidation 1 will filter across the entire dashboard when applied. This means all of your components and reports will only show entities that are included in Consolidation 1. We have just seen how Sage Intacct can help you automate your financial consolidation process. Let's take a look at other ways we can help you automate your business. With Sage Intacct, financial services firms will also be able to automate their day-to-day processes like bill approvals. Create custom rules to have them automatically apply to transactions to route to your dashboard for approval notifications. We can see here that we're able to drill down into the dashboard and see how many approvals that we have, approve multiple at once, or one at a time. When approving one at a time, drill down into the bill to see the details behind the approval. When evaluating this bill, I'm looking for a couple of specific details, like the attachment, which was provided by the vendor and attached by the user who submitted this bill, and also the dimensional split applied to the bill. With Sage Intacct automating my bill approval process, I was able to easily review the bill and then approve it within seconds. We have just seen multiple ways that financial services companies can embrace automation with Sage Intacct. Now let's take a look at how we can become data-driven.
To become a data-driven financial leader, you must have a system in place that cultivates the collection and reporting of detailed information. Sage Intacct will help your business become more data-driven with our streamlined chart of accounts with a dimensional structure. As you can see here at the chart of accounts I have on my dashboard, our chart of accounts is streamlined with only the primary accounts needed for your financial reporting.
In order to gain insights across a streamlined chart of accounts, we use dimensions at Sage Intacct.
Dimensions will allow you to track information on what's important to your business. We see here a few different examples of dimensions that many of our financial services firms use. Since dimensions are completely catered to what information your business is needing to track, if these examples don't exactly match up to your needs, you can change them. For example, maybe renaming properties for loans. If the need arises, you can also add more dimensions as well. Dimensions support financial services firms' growth. It's easy to create new dimensional data points to track new information as your company grows. For example, let's take a business that's growing and they're adding in a new department. Maybe they add in a new IT services department. All we have to do is add in that IT service department. We now have a new department that can be applied to every single account that we have in the system, whether it's at a journal entry, an accounts payable bill, or an invoice. We will be able to tag information to this new department. Let's take a look at a journal entry example to see how we can use dimensions to track more detailed information about our business. When entering in journal entries like investor distributions, financial services companies like to track a few different data points. The first being entity. What entity is this distribution for? The second being investor. Which investor are we paying this distribution out to?
Here we have just recognized two-dimensional outputs, but if we need to, we have the ability to recognize more. In Sage Intacct, you are able to have as many dimensional combinations as you'd like in order to promote detailed information for reporting purposes. To ensure that data is being collected when it needs to be, I have set a rule in place that has said that for this distributions account, we must have an investor. So when I go to save this journal entry, we'll see that I have an error saying that I'm not allowed to save it without an investor dimension. This means that you'll be able to ensure that you are attaining your dimensional outputs on any transaction within Sage Intacct.
Sage Intacct's user-friendly dimensional structure promotes day-to-day users to enter in more detailed information so that end users, like CFOs and CEOs, can be more data-driven when it comes to their business. Now that we've taken a look at how our day-to-day users will be able to easily enter in more detailed information, let's take a look at how our end users will be able to run reports that show information that is important to them. We've just run a distributions expanded by entity and investor report. We can see that we do not only have access to the financial information, but the dimensionalized information as well, with the investors under the distributions and the entities split across the top. How we've attained this is with a streamlined chart of accounts with a dimensional structure. This will ensure that you have the more detailed information so that your C-level executives have insights into important information to them. These processes that we've seen in this demo will help you attain the best practice of becoming a data-driven financial leader.
Now that we've seen how Sage Intacct can help financial services companies embrace automation and become data-driven, let's discover how we can make decisions with financial insights. Navigating through the dashboard, we can see many examples of how Sage Intacct is collecting data. One way is financial data. For example, here, total revenue. Another way that Sage Intacct can support the collection of data is through statistical accounts. Here we are looking at the total number of advisors. Sage Intacct provides simple yet effective solutions for tracking both financial and statistical data in order to create key performance metrics and ratios like average revenue per advisor. Financial executives in Sage Intacct are given the power to make their dashboards their own in order to view the information that is important to them. Organize the data that you're viewing in order to bring important information to the forefront of your discovery. For example, dragging and dropping the cash balances report to make it larger in our dashboard. Further customize the dashboard by adding custom reports. Here we are adding in a new report which evaluates revenue by advisor. When executives have the ability to influence the information that they are interacting with, it will help them make strategic decisions faster. Let's take a look at the revenue by advisor report to see how we can make strategic decisions. With this report, I now have real-time insight into my advisor's revenue influence across all of our services. When evaluating this report, an executive could take action and communicate to management that we need to reward Helen with a bonus for outstanding performance and revenue influence. If I would like to investigate this report further, for example, drilling down and seeing how Tom influenced revenue, I can easily drill down to the details and even get to the invoices that created our revenue influence. We have just reviewed how we can make financial decisions with real-time insights, using our dashboards to view at a high level of information and then drill down to explore the details. During this demonstration, we've learned how financial services firms can instill the best practices of embracing automation, becoming a data-driven financial leader, and lastly, making decisions with financial insights. If you have any questions or would like to schedule a customized demo, please reach out to your account executive.